Buenos dias, soy Jack. And this is Phil with Q Music Shop. It's great to have you guys here today. Today we're going to be actually answering questions about rosin. If you've seen our other rosin video, it's the really long 16-minute one. You can fast forward through it at parts, but we talk about different kinds of rosin. Today we're actually going to be talking about what it is, what it's for, when to apply it, how much to apply, levels of grip, how to wipe off strings, how to restore broken rosin. And that's what we're talking about.
Huzzah!
Take it away.
Alright. Rosin, what is it? It's a substance that you put on your bow to give it the consistency that it needs in order to be able to produce the notes in the way that you want them to be produced. It is traditionally based on tree sap, however, people have started to find some other combinations to put together to make a very desirable substance that still functions as rosin, so it is no longer always tree sap based.
Sometimes cellophane based.
When to apply it? The time to apply it is when your bow isn't pulling on the string the way that you want it to anymore. As you use rosin, it will start to work its way off of the bow, so you will need to put some more onto the hair. How to apply rosin is you tighten the bow to playing tension, take the block of rosin and draw it across the hair. If you're a beginning player, it's a great time for you to practice your bowing technique. Just literally like you're playing your instrument, go back and forth, and then you have plenty of chance to watch your bowing arm. So that should show you how to apply rosin.
If you guys noticed, he didn't touch the hair with his hands at all. That's something that you don't do. The hair, if you touch it with your hands, if you touch it with your skin, it actually gets oils from your skin onto it, and so the rosin doesn't take as well as it otherwise would in the hair, which means that you won't have as good a grip. It means the bow hair will need to be replaced, it's more likely to break, lots of other reasons.
If your hair does get dirty from hand oil or other things, then take it into a shop. They're very able to clean the hair off and restore it to what it is capable of doing. That is hassle, so don't get it dirty in the first place.
Yes.
As for how much rosin to apply, you're going to want to apply just enough rosin that it gives you the control and grip that you need. Do not over-apply rosin, as it will interfere with the tone and the performance of your instruments.
And produce way too much dust. Levels of grip. If you've watched our rosin video, which we would highly recommend, if you just click on the link, that might lead you to it. But otherwise, there are two main kinds of rosin. There's the light rosin and the dark rosin. Ultimately, it's a matter of preference. Typically, cellos will like dark rosin, violins might like lighter rosins, but it's all preference.
Also, if you are in a drier climate, you generally will prefer a darker rosin.
Yep.
How to wipe rosin off of the strings? That's a pretty self-explanatory one. The only major thing to keep track of is the type of cloth that you are using. Make sure that you do not use a cloth that can leave lint fibers on your strings. Any microfiber cloth will do the job quite nicely. That should be something available in a music store, or actually in a glasses store. It's the same material.
Yep. Just talk to your local optometrist to take care of your violin.
Okay, to clean it off, you literally just wipe against the strings. It'll make a really, really icky squeaking sound sometimes.
It's just like a normal violin does.
Wipe off each of the strings individually. Wipe off the fingerboard. Slide the cloth underneath the strings and wipe across the fingerboard there. And then also wipe off the face of your violin. If your violin has a very old varnish on it, or you're wanting to take the absolute best care of your violin, it's a good idea to use a different cloth between the strings and the varnish. That's not something that most players take the effort to do, though. It's just fine for most players to use the same cloth, as long as you make sure to wipe the rosin off every time after you finish playing.
If you don't wipe it off, the rosin will actually oftentimes bind with the varnish, and as you then try to wipe it off, it'll tear the varnish off with it. It makes the instrument look tacky, it does affect the sound eventually, and it just doesn't look as pretty.
In a very direct manner, if rosin builds up on the strings, will interfere with your ability to control the string. Okay, now the bonus. How to restore a broken rosin.
A lot of players don't know how to restore broken rosin. They think once it breaks, they actually have to use little tiny shards to rosin up their bow. You don't have to do it. But that pretty much sums it all up. Is there anything else, or?
If there's any questions that you have, put them in the comments and we'll see if we can answer them for you.
And like and subscribe. Thanks!